All right, guys. So the thing is, I don't know. This is a story sent to me by somebody, and it's very important for us to continue to understand that this stuff here is happening for a reason. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of friends that we make. A lot of times, just because we make our friends and we have a particular philosophy, we want to pretend like other reality is not true. Just because your friend is a white person and they may be a nice person, or just because you know good white people, and good and bad black people, and other things like that, that don't have nothing to do with what racism is. Okay, this is the problem that a lot of people don't understand, and this is what's causing people to have a problem uh, with doing what's necessary to stamp out this crap. What's racism, what's oppression, and what's evil. And so America has an issue with racism. They've created this thing called race categories. This is what white people did. And you don't just ignore this and go away. In order to maintain this little racism thing, they keep up with this oppression, torture, and all this type of stuff. Because when they feel that their powers of dominance are being reduced, then they're gonna lash out in violent ways because that's what they've been taught. So here's yet another incident in that. Because that's the only reason why we would continue to report these same things. Because other than that, it serves no purpose to continue to report these stupid, these devilish incidents to me. Because if you ain't gonna get it by now, what's gonna take? What is it gonna take? So here it is again. Officers belonging to a self-described goon squad. So that's a gang affiliated police department. They plead guilty to torturing two black men. And notice, because of race, the men are called black men, which they are black men. But, that's just something for us, to understand. And these are two white officers. They didn't say that. All right. So 5 former Rankin County, Mississippi white deputies pleaded guilty to charges related to the torture of two black men. A 6th former officer from Richland, Mississippi Police Department also pleaded guilty. Yeah. And let's let you hear what basically what ends up happening here. These people, the neighbor knew that there was some brothers visiting someone. They called their friends in the police department, which is what they always have been done. This is lynching. And what they did, those officers, those overseers, or those slave catching people, what they did is they texted, "Are you ready for a mission?" And so what they did is go over there. They beat the brothers up. They raped them, basically. They raped them with a sex toy. Called them niggas, beat them up, pulled the gun out, stuck it in the man's mouth, shot him in the mouth. It didn't kill the man, but they thought it killed the man. So when the brother was laying in a pool of blood, in his mouth, laying on the floor after being shot in the mouth by this damn devil, what ends up happening, they sit up there trying to figure out how they're going to cover this up. So that's unfortunate. See, the fact that they had to cover it up, that should let you know that exposure does something. See, black folks, a lot of y'all don't think that this stuff is doing anything. But when you have to make these people go underground and hide their evil, that's a step beyond where they used to have it. And we want to keep pushing that. We want to keep punishing them because that's the only thing that works. And so what they did is say that they wanted to cover it up, so they planted drugs on them, and they lied just like the cops always do. And I would say they do a lot. I should say they lied on them, planted drugs on them, and make a long story short, they stole the video, recording from the residents and all kinds of stuff. But of course, the brothers didn't die, so the story fell through, and there it is. But this is what happened. Let's see what this video says.
Six white former law enforcement officers have pleaded guilty to charges related to the torture of two black men. CNN's Ryan Young reports on the unthinkable violence that unfolded just this year in Mississippi. And a warning, this story contains graphic content.
They became the criminals they swore to protect us from.
They allegedly call themselves the Goons, former Mississippi law enforcement officers, giving themselves that moniker because of their alleged willingness to use excessive force and not to report. Now they pleaded guilty to federal charges related to an assault that, according to a charging document, included nearly 2 hours of torture, physical, racist, and sexual abuse. Two black men after a white neighbor complained. Several black males have been staying at the property, and the neighbor had observed suspicious behavior. The officer who received the complaint directed an investigator.
First off, that damn neighbor is their friend. That person needs to be charged as well because they're connected. But because if you listen to the other reports, that person who's so-called neighbor, that's those officers' friend. So that so-called neighbor is connected to this incident. And notice that they want to sexualize the black man. This is how sick these demons are. Even through history, they used to love to cut the man's penis off. They always making jokes about penis. This is crazy. But, tell me what you guys think about it. Have you heard about this? There's a lot of incidents. There's lynchings. There was a lynching down there and that was Mississippi too, I believe. I think it was Mississippi. Yeah, they cut the brother up, chopped his head up, his body parts being found all over the little forested area, because he was working with somebody and he said who was the problem. He told the name of the person who he had this problem with before he died. And we haven't really heard too much about that story too much more. So, I did a clip on it. I forget, the name slips my mind right away. But, these things are happening a lot, y'all. And like I said, we need to understand how to handle truth. I mean, just because you make a white friend or some black people that's sellouts or not really cool, that does not erase racism. That doesn't erase what we're dealing with. This is a problem, and the only way to deal with the problem is collectively because it's a collective problem. All right, so peace out.